So I just wanted to share that we have had such a big win with the Department of Veterans Affairs. We finally got this amazing benefit. It's kind of like a policy, but it's more just like an explanation of how we can use policies that we already have in place for military spouses that are also VA employees, so they can retain their current employment and regardless of the different flexibilities and changes that happen in the military lifestyle. And the policy got signed last week, which was super awesome. And we've been working on it and revising it and, just really trying to get it done for over a year now, almost 2 years. And to finally have it, there was this weird, interesting feeling that came over me, of more like calmness than excitement. It was thankful that we have this policy and that it can not just take care of people that we already have as employees and as military spouses, but also for those to come. But then at the same time, I had this feeling of the work is not done. And there are two things about this benefit policy that I guess are of a concern to me. Just speaking transparently, how are we going to make sure that leaders are held accountable across the board and that employees who are military spouses are consistently taken care of and supported from one leader in one part of the nation to the next? And how do we do that? How do we ensure that everyone knows how to use the policy and leadership is supportive of their employees across the nation, regardless of where they're located? And so, of course, because I am who I am, and I'm whoa, hey, this is really cool. Love that this policy is finally out there, but there's still more. We got to take care of people. We got to make sure that leaders are doing the right thing, regardless of who's watching and all of these things, right? So at the same time, I had an awareness last week where someone from my childhood who had joined the military recently has passed. And it was such a, I guess, shocking and so sad to hear. And the passing could have been prevented, right? And it led me right back to, in the military, how are we as leaders taking care of those junior soldiers, Marines, airmen, service members across the branches? And then in turn, how are we, as being part of the VA, taking care of military spouses, caregivers, dependents, right? As part of our mission. It's literally the mission statement that Abraham Lincoln wrote. And I had a very busy weekend, but at the same time, I couldn't stop thinking about these two things. This friend from my childhood who was in the military and passed, and it could have been prevented. And then also this new policy, which is great, but how are we going to ensure that, employees are taken care of? And in talking through with some great colleagues of mine, I was sharing with them that one thing that comes to mind is continuing to speak up, continuing to create awareness, and continuing to share stories of success of those who are being taken care of. So it's not just a policy for prevention. It's not just a policy to take care of others. It is, hey, we are leading the way for right now and for those to come. Moment to moment, we are holding each other accountable. We are speaking up when something does not look right. And we are standing for those who maybe do not have a voice or do not even know that they need a voice within the military community. It's so, so important to me. And it's so near and dear to my heart, to hear of others in the military community suffering from either a loss of job or a loss of life, or just the hardships that lifestyle brings. The least we can do is take care of each other and stand up for each other and support this part of our nation, of our community that protects us. Part of the oath of enlistment and most of the creeds within the military branches is to protect others, both foreign and domestic, and defend, the nation to any enemy, right? And if they are standing to do that, and then their spouse is making a commitment to stand with them in their commitment to protect this nation, how can we as a nation and how can we as the VA stand with them, right alongside them, and take care of them, both the service member, their spouse, and their families? Just wanted to share that with you all.